All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMade, offering custom frames, art supplies, and jewelry.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, a sports restaurant experience located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, located on 31st Avenue in Minot. Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, serving the Midwest since 1972.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, bringing music to the Northern Plains since 1980.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
The Red and Green, MSU student-run newspaper.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer.
Magic City Hoagies, locally owned sandwich shop located in Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast. Thrive-In Financial, connecting faith and finances.
PMQ Entertainment, performing at weddings, proms, and dances.
The Pursuit, creating a place in Minot where everyone is welcome.
Mouse River Players, community theater since 1971.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Bear Scat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State Campus. Good evening and welcome to this week's episode of Inside Out. It's our Halloween special, David.
I scared Zach Bennett off the set for at least 1 week. He'll be back next week. Actually, what happened, I won him in an arm wrestling contest, if you can believe that.
Oh, wow. I'm pretty impressed.
That didn't happen.
That's pretty cool. We got to give a shout out there to our crew behind the scenes. They did an excellent job with our set. It's quite spooky. But another thing that's looking a little scary, Blake, is our women's hockey team.
Yeah, you know, they lost in the national championship last year. They're looking to continue off of last year's success. They're off to a red-hot start, and they're getting contributions from everyone on the ice for sure.
Yeah, now hopefully we keep doing the scaring and don't end up getting too many scares.
It was a statement weekend for the Minot State women's hockey team. They got redemption on the team that knocked them out of the national tournament in March. They blew Lakehead out 9-1 in Game 1, and in Game 2, Captain Sammy Jo Henry took a pass from Mackenzie Balog and scored the game winner late in the third period to give the Beavers a 3-2 victory. The Beavers will remain at home this weekend when the Midland Warriors come to town for a pair of games. This is the second Division I opponent for the Minot State Beavers this year. The Beavers are off to a fantastic 7-0 start on the season. The men's hockey team is in Iowa this weekend for a pair of games versus the Cyclones. The Beavers have struggled to score goals early in the season and have fell to number 6 in the rankings. 8 goals on Thursday and 6 more on Saturday are signs that the Beavers' offense is finally starting to figure it out. The team has iced 9 freshmen this season, the youngest team in program history, and it's been a learning curve for head coach Wade Regier. The Beavers will look to extend their winning streak to 3 games as they sit 4-3-1 on the season. The football team fell 34-0 against Wayne State this past weekend. The Beavers held on until halftime, but Wayne State pulled away in the second half, scoring 28 points. A bright spot for the Beavers in the loss was that 3 players on the defensive side all had triple figures in tackles. The loss pushes the Beavers' record to 1-7 on the season and 1-4 at Herb Parker Stadium. The Beavers will look to get back on track this weekend when Minnesota State Moorhead visits the Magic City for a 2 p.m. kickoff. It's senior weekend for the Minot State volleyball team. The team will honor the 4 seniors before Friday night's matchup against Bemidji State. Katie Duffner, Michaela Gurley, Kelsey DeWolf, and Cody Schwallock will play their final home games in the Beaver uniform. The Beavers sit 11-15 on this season and will look to finish strong and build momentum heading into next season. Lots of teams doing well. Both hockey teams doing good, but the volleyball team wrapping up their season. Hopefully they can finish off strong.
Well, you know, Blake, I was just thinking, it's amazing how fast this winter sports season is flying by. Before we're going to know it, we'll be talking about spring sports.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much. Well, a new major is creating buzz here on the Minot State campus as well as nationwide as a new major will be offered. Now with me I have Chris Heath, Assistant Professor of Chemistry at Minot State. Glad to have you here with us on the show.
Glad to be here.
And tell us more about the program.
So we're introducing a new option on our already established chemistry degree, focusing on the separation and analysis of materials that come from plants, particularly medicinal ones.
So what kind of jobs can people get with this extra addition to the program?
So the skills that students would learn will apply to a lot of areas. The one that gets the most attention right now is the medicinal cannabis industry that's taking off across the country, but other areas as well. A lot of the skills are useful for quality control in food science and pharmaceutical industries, for example.
It sounds like one of these options that are very attractive for students to come here. What it was exciting to me when I first heard about it is Minot State is now only the 2nd in the nation to offer this?
Yes, there have been a few colleges and universities across the country that have offered a course or 2, but only one other place that had a full-fledged 4-year major, and we're the 2nd. Ours is a little different than theirs. We've taken what they had done and we think improved on it just a little bit within our capabilities.
What was the thinking behind adding this to the program?
Well, as more and more states legalize medicinal cannabis in particular, there's a need for trained, skilled individuals to be able to deal with the processing. A lot of the medicinal use is not whole plant material, but it's separate out the good stuff that's needed for health purposes and leave the other things out.
Well, let's talk about that for a second, because I think people who think about marijuana think it's something very basic, and it sounds like there's a lot of chemistry that goes into making sure that these products are going to be healthy and safe for the community that are going to be using them.
Yeah, absolutely. The plant produces hundreds of different substances in the leaf, of which only a few of them are maybe beneficial for any given patient. And so as we learn more and more about which of those compounds it is that's beneficial, we can remove the ones that aren't providing any sort of a health benefit. For example, we may be able to provide the cannabinoids that are helpful for treating epilepsy and leave out the THC, which is the psychoactive part that people like recreationally. That's not necessarily desirable for every patient.
Right, but it is an extra option for treatment without having to use opioids.
Yes.
When I think about this, I also think about the fact that this could draw students from throughout the country, if not throughout the world, and bring them here to Minot State.
Yeah, indeed. With a very limited number of places that people can study, and certainly an interest and a need, the jobs in the field are expected to be pay very well. I'm if I didn't like my job so well, I'd be considering it, to be honest. I would make a lot more money. So it's very attractive for students, not just in North Dakota, but across the country.
Well, without getting too technical, can you walk us through maybe one of the courses or one of the offerings of what they're going to do? Is there going to be a lot of hands-on work in this field when they're here at Minot State learning?
Oh yes, absolutely. Throughout the 4 years of coursework, there's every semester there will be at least one, if not two, chemistry courses, other science courses as well. Over 600 hours of laboratory experience just within the coursework, plus a research component as well that would add varying amounts of time to that. So a lot of hands-on work for students that are studying in this area.
And you just pretty much answered my question. So there's going to be not only the lecture and obviously the studying that goes along with it, but hands-on equipment experience right here on campus.
Yep. We're creating a new course in advanced analytical chemistry, looking at how to apply techniques with the instrumentation that we have and that they would see in the field. We will not be using any marijuana. We'll use other sorts of materials. Hops would be one thing that we'll do. The process is to remove the desirable extracts from hops that are used in craft brewing are really the same techniques as used in other industries. Extracting essential oils from herbs and flowers and things, those sorts of things.
I think what's most exciting about this is the fact that they're going to have the hands-on experience here, so when they go to look for that job, they already have pretty much on-the-job experience here that they don't have to be trained out there. So you're literally giving them an avenue right when they leave and graduate to go right into this field.
Yep, that is one of the goals. And as a straight chemistry major, it's an option on our already existing chemistry major, so there'll be plenty of theory as well, so that they'll not only know how to do the technique, but also all of the science behind it and know why it works, so they can apply that to other problems they may encounter as they leave.
Any final comments you'd like to make?
So we're very excited to be leading the field in this here at Minot State. We don't always get a chance to showcase that, and we're really hopeful that the students will be interested. Any potential students are interested, they can contact us, and my information's on our webpage, and they can email me. I'll be happy to get back to them.
I'm not a biology major, but this is something that's very exciting even for me, just to try to learn and sit in on a class or two. Once again, we have Chris, Assistant Professor of Chemistry at Minot State. Pleasure to have you on the show today.
Glad to be here.
And as we transition and continue into our show today, we'll have some information about those of you that might be in a relationship on how to sustain that relationship. That's going on campus tonight at Alshire Theater, and more stories to come here on Inside Out.
Thank you to all of our underwriters.
All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMade, offering custom frames, art supplies, and jewelry.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, a sports restaurant experience located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, located on 31st Avenue in Minot. Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, serving the Midwest since 1972.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, bringing music to the Northern Plains since 1980.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
The Red and Green, MSU's student-run newspaper.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer.
Magic City Hoagies, locally owned sandwich shop located in Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast. Thrive-In Financial, connecting faith and finances.
PMQ Entertainment, performing at weddings, proms, and dances.
The Pursuit, creating a place in Minot where everyone is welcome.
Mouse River Players, community theater since 1971.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Bear Scat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State Campus.
Welcome back to the show. This is our Halloween special. With me is David Phillips, again filling in for Zach. We hope everything goes well for him and everyone starts feeling better. Then we got a new face up here now.
Yeah, you know, I think the scariest thing about this set is how poorly decorated it is.
Hey, I think it looks pretty good. I know you, Hannah, helped out a little bit. You guys did a pretty good job.
So I can rag on myself a little bit, but I have other scary things to tell you guys about. For my senior project, again, I went to Longfellow and I talked to my second graders, and this week our topic was tornadoes.
Well, it's gonna be a little spooky, especially for the little kids.
Yeah, I was a little worried, but I think they all took it well. I'll show you guys in my package a little bit.
That sounds great.
Let's take a look.
In less than 10 minutes, trees can be uprooted, cars can be flipped, and buildings can be flattened.
When it's storming around, you don't know any minute when something could crack or something could be taken away.
The U.S. sees an average of more than 1,000 tornadoes each year, more than any other country in the world, and that's mostly thanks to our geographic location.
Two pieces of wind are going they're going towards each other.
The warm air from the Gulf of Mexico meets the cool air from Canada and makes the atmosphere unstable, pushing the clouds higher and higher until they become cumulonimbus clouds. The wind is blowing at different speeds at all levels of the atmosphere, and a mesocyclone begins to form and creates a supercell thunderstorm.
They go round and round.
A horizontal wind shear is pushed to spin vertically. Then a small part of condensation at the bottom of the cumulonimbus cloud will begin to descend and form a funnel cloud.
When it reaches to the ground, it forms a tornado.
These supercell thunderstorms form most of the tornadoes we see. However, only 20% of supercells actually produce the natural disaster. With today's technology, meteorologists can predict when a storm will have the right ingredients for a tornado hours before it happens and issue a tornado watch to warn us so that we can know ahead of time if something might get blown away. Tornadoes, your weather word for the week.
All right, so the temperatures are looking a little scary just because they're lower than last week, but still not bad for October. The average is generally around 50 degrees, and we're still seeing some 60s right here, which is beautiful. Although I do know off to the east, we were having some, or west, my bad, we were having a little bit of storms, but they're mostly gone now. They've been pushed off. We have some strong winds in the south and western North Dakota over eastern North Dakota over here. I'm having all backwards kind of day right now. I think that's the scary thing. I've changed my mind. It's not the set, it's my directions right now. So the temperatures look pretty good. The only thing is they're lying a little bit is because there is a bit of wind blowing right now. And I have more bad news. Our women's soccer team will be traveling to St. Cloud, Minnesota. And unfortunately for them, these temperatures look nice, but on Friday when they will be playing, it's supposed to rain almost the entire day that they are there. I was looking at the schedule and it wasn't showing any break. I started looking at this weather forecast last night, and today even it was still showing that they were going to have a lot of rain, so hopefully their cleats will keep them safe on the ground. They don't have any too bad of slips, and they can all do well in that game tomorrow, especially since this is their last week and their last game will be on Sunday, so good luck to them. And here is our 7-day forecast. That theme of wind that I was telling you a bit about earlier is supposed to continue throughout the whole week. We're supposed to have some pretty gusty temperatures, winds in the teens for most of the week. But the thing I want to point out is Wednesday. That's Halloween, folks, in case you didn't recognize it right there. I know I don't have a graphic or anything, but it's supposed to be good for trick-or-treating. It's supposed to be around 46 degrees, which can't complain about here in North Dakota. So Lane and David over there, I think as long as you guys put some thermals on when you take your kids out trick-or-treating, or nephews, any kiddos you guys know, take them out trick-or-treating, just maybe a light coat.
Well, I have my own 4.5-year-old. She is going as a pink flamingo, so maybe just a little bit warmer than that costume would probably be a good thing.
Some feathers, yeah.
Some feathers. Dawn on the feathers.
When we come back, though, I'll be speaking with one of my favorite professors on campus, and we're also going to be hearing some news about Trinity from Dalen.
Thank you to all of our underwriters.
All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMade, offering custom frames, art supplies, and jewelry.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, a sports restaurant experience located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, located on 31st Avenue in Minot. Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, serving the Midwest since 1972.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, bringing music to the Northern Plains since 1980.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
The Red and Green, MSU's student-run newspaper.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer.
Magic City Hoagies, locally owned sandwich shop located in Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast. Thrive-In Financial, connecting faith and finances.
PMQ Entertainment, performing at weddings, proms, and dances.
The Pursuit, creating a place in Minot where everyone is welcome.
Mouse River Players, community theater since 1971.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Bearscat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State Campus.
welcome back, everyone. Halloween at the auditorium has become a safe place for trick-or-treaters to go. With me now is the advisor of Science Club, Mrs. Naomi Winburn. Science Club is sponsoring it this year.
Yep, we're one of the co-sponsors. So not just doing a booth, but going to have, we're calling it the Halloween Lab, 10-minute demonstrations for groups of 25 kids instead of just sitting and waiting. They'll actually get to do the activities and things. We're not the only club that will be doing that. There'll be a couple of other small activities to do, but our room will be 25 at a time into the room.
Now, one of the issues you've had in the past is lighting problems, but I think this room might help you out a little bit.
Yeah, it does, because we can have some lights on demos, some lights off demos. We can have the room quiet so we can explain the stuff or catch your attention. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and speaking of demos, you brought one along for us here. Why don't you walk us through it as you're going through it a little
science
bit?
After magic.
Okay, after the magic. All right,
so first you just get a maze. Then we'll learn what's going on. This is just one of the types of things that we're looking at doing.
Okay.
So if you notice, when it kind of went in there, first it's making a, kind of looks like worms. It's actually a polymer. Okay. But now the fun begins.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of like those rice noodles.
Kind of. And this is just, it is actually Gaviscon, which is an antacid. So if we want to kind of explain a little bit now as we're seeing the magic, when it goes in, it's a white liquid, but when it goes in, it cross-links because of the chloride in the solution. Okay. And makes the worms, which we could touch if they weren't an acid.
If they weren't an acid.
But, and then now what's causing the worms to rise and look so gross or cool, whichever you prefer, is the carbonation that's being given off. So the CO2 bubbles is making little rafts, which is pushing the noodles up and making it nice and disgusting.
And this is going to be one of the demos that you have in your room.
Oh, this is just mild example.
Just mild,
we're going all out this year. So.
Oh man, it's going to be really exciting to go.
It's going to be.
So this is, it's all done now, right?
Pretty much all done, yeah.
Okay. Yep. And again, we could reach in there, but we're not going to do that for acid. What are some of those things you do to kind of help teach those kids about safety in chemistry during this event?
Well, we will be using pretty much household chemicals, which is one of the reasons why I try to do stuff like this, so they are fairly safe. We always do try to do the magic first, have the fun, and then take, little teaching moments. We will be doing a similar polymer like this, but we'll have it in a non-acidic solution so they can touch it. Okay. But we do always kind of warn them what we're doing, and we'll do some glowing in the dark and some other things that, some you can touch, some you can't.
Some you can touch, some you can't.
Right.
Now, Science Club has gotten a little bit of a recognition at this event.
Yeah, we have.
We've won quite a few awards. Can you talk about that a little?
Well, 11 out of 15 times we've got Best Booth, which is one of the reasons that we got bumped off the booth. I think somebody else wants to get the prize, but that's okay. It's great. We always, and we know that we kind of slow down the kids going through, and that's a good and a bad. I'm glad that they want to stop and see science. So this is a really good opportunity for my students to get to teach 10 minutes at a time instead of rushing. So.
Okay, and then this isn't the only time of the year you guys do stuff like this, though. You also have the magic show, which I think I've heard you're doing 2 this year?
Well, yes, we're actually going to do a special magic show in honor of 150 years of the periodic table, of Mendeleev's periodic table. And that'll be probably in February. And then over Assessment Day is the open house, which is open to grades 3 through 6. And we bring in about 3,000 kids, or up to 3,000 kids.
Wow.
Depends on the year. And then we'll be doing a couple STEM events as well, and Science Olympiad and all that kind of stuff in the spring too.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Again, that was Mrs. Winburn, the Science Club advisor. Dalen, that's a lot of events we've had going on. You've got some more events for us.
Definitely. Here at Minot State, there's going to be a new course introduced in the theater department called directing, and that should be really, really cool.
All right. Cool.
Earlier we heard about a new program being offered in the fall of 2019. There is also a new course being offered to students wanting to explore directing by Dr. Eileen Davidson Smith. Theater 385 is a perfect opportunity for MSU students to collaborate, analyze, and explore a script and bring it to life on the stage. Even if you have no theater experience, I encourage you to be bold and jump into something new and exciting. Be sure to ask your advisor if this course complements your degree. Minot State University hosts many speakers on campus, but few that have such an eye-catching poster. If you've been on campus, you've probably seen it. I am a tool. It's a catchphrase that warrants fine print. Speaker Shelby Abbott is a relationship specialist who wants to use this knowledge to help students on college campuses.
I came up with a name for the book, the I Am a Tool, to help with your dating life. It's a little bit of a play on words, but I wanted the book not just to be a book. I didn't want someone to like just flip through it and then kind of toss it down. I wanted it to be a tool to actually aid them in creating a better dating life. Since that subject is, like I said, so universal, but it's also one of those things that people largely are very ignorant about how to go about relationships in a way that their intentions might be great, but they just lack someone showing them how to do it well.
Abbott will host his talk tonight at 7 in the Alshire Theater. Now guys, I know I don't need any help with the ladies, but I know you guys could use some help in that department, so that could be right up your alley.
I think my wife would disagree on that.
Yeah, I think I'm also okay, but thank you, Daniel, and thank you for that.
And Dalen, real quickly, you mentioned last week, we want to follow up. Trinity Health Foundation, Fuel the Fight, first fundraising events tomorrow beginning at noon at the Tesoro Convenience Store, 1520 24th Street off 16th Street Southwest. Dunk is Shane. You can dunk former MSMU alumni Shane Jordan and our mayor of Minot, Sean Sima. So get out there tomorrow and dunk a Shane, or dunk the mayor.
Or dunk the mayor. I mean, I personally want to dump the mayor. I mean, I'm also trying to get a hold of him. So if you're watching, we need you to come hang out on the auction with us. We know you're a great guy, so
we'll dunk him tomorrow and make him come.
Yeah, but he does a great job around the community. We like him. But then thank you to all of our guests for coming on the show here, folks. Thank you, David, for stepping in.
See you again next time.
Yeah. See you guys later.